Good evening and welcome to the Epic Ice Center in Fort Collins, Colorado. Tonight we will see a matchup between Colorado State and the CU Rams. CU Buffaloes, rather. In their past three meetings, CU has won all three of the games with a score of 5-2, 7-2, and 11-2. They won all meetings so far, and tonight, Brendan, is the fourth and final contest for the teams. What do you expect we'll see tonight, and what was the key for the Rams to start early?
Well, I think you mentioned it, Sean. So far, the Rams have not beaten CU yet, but hey, you never know what happens in the fourth head-to-head matchup. Sometimes you get more action against somebody. You get a little bit complacent on one side and familiar on another. I think the biggest key for CSU tonight, and we talk about it so regularly, is that it's going to come back to what can they get from Caleb Bartholomew in goal? Can he steal them some goals? And then can CSU convert with some timely scoring, especially on special teams? I mean, you look at CSU's record this year, it's not going to blow anyone away, but in some ways it doesn't fully, I think, give a lot of respect or image to the fact that there have been a lot of games they've been in for 40 minutes, and it just kind of gets away once the legs get to them. And I think tonight for CSU, it's really about limiting your mistakes, relying on Bartholomew, and getting some key scoring.
And well put there, Brendan. And there, a lot of the mistakes so far for CSU and a lot of the games that we've seen is what can they do to help out their goaltender in the situations where the puck is out in front of your net and getting the pucks out of the way. Your goaltender has come back for you multiple times, and now I would like to see for the CSU defenders to help their goaltender get out of these sticky situations and play a little bit more gritty behind the net and limit those chances out in front where they've been hurt almost all year.
Yeah, and you mentioned limiting those chances. It is so pivotal to clear the puck at the first time of asking. And you look at this Rams blue line in particular. They've got some experience back there, and that's the thing of it, right? You've got Cornette, you've got Maltby at the back, and so this is a team that can do that. It's just about, to your point, consistently doing that. And CU, I mean, they have got so many offensive weapons in spades that I think the danger is they will more than likely have somebody out on the ice when it's time to capitalize. I mean, you look up and down at their roster and across these three meetings this year so far, it hasn't just been one line for the Buffaloes. This team is first in the BMHC for a reason. They are so deep, and really, Sean, I think this is one of the deepest teams they've had in the last 3 or 4 years.
And to your point, a phenomenal season for the CU Buffs so far, sitting on top of the conference in front of the Metro State Roadrunners and looking out to come strong in this game early often. And for the keys of victory for CSU is limiting those chances out in front. CU, on the other hand, wants to come out and set the tone early.
Yeah, and we saw this the last couple of times that these two teams have played here in Fort Collins in particular. If Isaac Neps, if Kyle DePonio, if those guys can get going, that is trouble. And that's, I mean, again, we talk about the weapons that CU has at their advantage. We haven't even mentioned Garrett Coveney, right? So there's just so many options for the Buffaloes offensively, and that's where, across 60 minutes, it becomes so paramount to lock in.
And on the other side, for no Jared Barton tonight, so Jackson O'Brien will come out and look to extend his point streak in the last couple games, having the goal scoring, as well as some big nights from Zachary Carlton and Jackson Cornette on the D line, both contributing to the goals scored in the series with Metro State. And as mentioned, for Caleb Bartholomew, can he keep up his performances in the last games? Some stellar saves we've seen this young man made, keeping his teams late in the periods. The scoreboard and the score sheet definitely doesn't show a tale of a close game, and a lot of these games go into the second period as a 2-1 game, Brendan, and CSU is looking to win. The pattern has been goal scoring. The goals have been coming in for bunches for opposing teams, and so for CSU looking to limit those, and if the bleeding does occur, what can you do to rally around that and keep it from exploding into an offensive onslaught?
Well, and I think what happens there is, to your point, what can you do to limit it, right? It's where you start looking and you say, okay, what can we pick the bones out of in this shift? What did we do that we liked? And this is a CSU team that's not afraid to play dump. They play dump and chase hockey. They like to hit hard in the corners. They like to generate off of that physicality. And I think when you look at what's going to be key for them tonight, it really is going to be how many of those board battles can they win and how many turnovers can they force with CU, who tries to carry the puck out of their own end.
And players are getting set to come out into center ice. Both teams ready to get this matchup started. CSU wearing their home greens and CU wearing their white and gold. A great matchup for you tonight, folks, as players get set. 60 minutes of hockey action coming your way. Sean Rosenberger with Brendan Price as we get set.
It's going to be a fun one tonight, Sean. You know, here's the thing. There's nothing like a rivalry game to get everybody's hearts racing. You get that extra bounce coming off the bench. And, you know, again, we talk about CU has won the first 3 meetings, and it's the scoreline has gotten a little bit further apart in each of the 3 meetings. They've taken advantage of the familiarity, and now it's Colorado State. They're trying to take advantage of maybe some complacency from the Buffaloes.
And with those rivalry games, no matter how the previous matchups go going into it, with the same fire and ferocity, because, oh boy, to get a chance at your rival down the street, everybody wants to show up for those. So teams make their way on the ice. We're moments away from the national anthem and starting lineups being called just in a moment.
Starting for CU. At right wing, we got number 33, Aiden Johnson. At center, number 3, Alex Bush. At left wing, number 13, Noel Savici. And right D, number 23, Stone. And at left D, we got number 2, Dow. And in goal, number 41, Dylan Lawrence. And starting for your CSU Rams, we got right wing, number 17, Aiden Schmidt. At center, we got number 26, Jackson O'Brien. Left wing, we got number 12, David Thiel. At right D, number 18, Luke Hansen. And at left D, number 3, Jackson Cornett. And in goal, number 30, Caleb Bartholomew. Now please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem.
National anthem aside, hockey action in front of us. Thank you so much for joining for the CSU Rams against the CU Buffaloes tonight. As the players make their way to center ice, moments away from face-off. And we talked about Caleb Bartholomew in the pregame, but starting for CU, Dylan Lawrence getting the start for the CU Buffs tonight.
Yeah, and we talk about what'll be key for Bartholomew, right, is keeping his team in the game early. I think the other side is this is not a Rams team that loads up a ton of shots and puts a ton of pucks on net, Sean. And I think that sometimes the struggle for goaltenders can be they don't see a lot of rubber early. They don't get into the feel of the game. And so I think for Lawrence tonight, that's going to be crucial in the opening 20 minutes.
And with Dylan Lawrence for CSU, getting pucks on the net early, getting in front of him and creating chances out in front, a big chance for CSU early on the night. In previous 3 matchups against Metro State, only notching the first goal 1 out of the 3 games, and important for the Rams tonight to get on the board first. Starting 5 for Richard Klapko, Aiden Schmidt, Luke Hansen, Jackson Cornett, Jackson O'Brien, and Davey Field is going to get the start. For the Rams on the other side, Luke Dow, Alex Book, Aiden Johnson, and Calvin Stone with the face-off, controlled here by the Buffs. And dumped into the CSU zone. No icing here early on. So quick offensive face-off for CSU so far.
Hey, you can't ask for much more than that, right, if you're Richard Klapko and the Rams. CU commits a bit of a mistake trying to enter the zone. You get an offensive zone draw out of it. And this is where what you'll see from the Rams, they like to get shots from the blue line off an offensive zone draw win.
And Jackson O'Brien for the face-off. CU's able to win it back. Momentarily, Aiden Schmidt on the pinch tried to keep it in, but CU's able to get it out. Book overskates the puck, and O'Brien's able to collect. Bounces off the wall for Schmidt, sends it out in front. And Schmidt was there for it. Pressure over him in the corner. And Aiden Schmidt, goal scorer in the last couple games, looking to keep his hot streak alive, and CSU is able to keep it in the zone over the Kunkel. Looking for Cornett, but bounce off his teammate's skate out into the center zone.
Well, and that's what CSU wanted to do. They wanted to get that free shot at the blue line, and here's Schmidt.
A quick change for Schmidt. Out and loses the puck over there. Caught CU in a line change, looking for a break there, but the puck just gone away from him. Battle there for the corner, comes out for CU, but he overskates the puck out in front. Carlton with a quick turnaround shot and blocked it in front, didn't make it on net.
Gotta love what you're seeing in the opening 60 seconds for CSU. They're staying on the forecheck, they're attacking the corners, and CU's having a whale of a time getting out of their own end.
And a breakout chance here, bounces off the lineman, but CU's able to collect a lot of overskated pucks, and this is going to be offsides. Polisek rather, skated in, but it overskates, causing the offside.
Yeah, CU, the Buffaloes on the fashion report, they've got the Winnipeg Jets-esque sleeves going. It looks very sharp, Sean. A+.
A very nice uni and a great viewing pleasure for us tonight and all of you at home. As the face-off here is collected by Polisek, bumps it in, but Thiel able to skate. They're collected in the corner to dump out an attempt, bounce out momentarily, swatted out by Polisek, and it comes over, dumped down, and CU is able to collect back in their own zone. Over to DePonio. Brothers playing tonight, Nick and Corey. As CU is playing pitch and catch to get it out of their zone. 2 minutes gone in the first period. Great pressure from CSU so far early on. As some miscommunication from the Buffaloes, missed passes, but here is DePonio out in front, was looking for a man, nobody there. The puck swatted in the corner. Over for Vaughn. Tries to dangle past his man, and this will hop out of play. And a face-off coming into CSU's zone.
And so far, you know, you mentioned it with the DePonio at the blue line. I think what you like to see from the Rams is in 2.5 minutes, they've stayed on that forecheck, and they've made CU, they've really neutralized their speed by putting so many bodies forward. The danger in that, obviously, is always you can get caught, especially with a breakout pass through the seams. But so far, so good for CSU.
Brian back there for the face-off. Carlton, Cornett dumps the puck out, but I believe O'Brien's going to go into the face-off. The penalty box, I believe the call was high sticking. It happened during the face-off there. But so a quick power play for CU already tonight. 2 minutes and a first opportunity for CU to capitalize on the Rams.
Yeah, and we talked about it in the pregame, Sean. That's exactly what you wanted and needed to stay away from if you're CSU. And now you're going to have to deal with a very good Buffalo's offense 5-on-4. And it looks like they're going to go with 4 forwards and 1 defenseman off the hop.
CSU wins the faceoff, not able to get it out. Kept in by CU. Dumps it over to his forward from the circle. Blocked out before it gets to Bartholomew. And it's skated out to the center zone. Stone. Over to Deponio. Skates it into the corner and dumps it all the way around. Good possession so far, CU on this power play. Back to Deponio with the circle. Takes a shot blocked by Bartholomew and swatted away to the corner. Back to Deponio in the corner. CSU's able to collect and dump it out momentarily. Not all the way full, so a partial change for the Rams. McGinnon, by the lower board, gets it down to his deep partner for Stone. Gets it around 1, skates it back. Schmidt with the pressure. Deponio, quarterback in the power play. Stone at the top, swatted there. The quick diving play there. Couldn't get the puck out. CU is able to keep it. Swat there. Great play. And that is, apologize for the fans at home, number 28. We do not have the numbers for him. Coming up from playing with the CSU Rams for the first semester. And we are working to get made for that. But a great diving play out in front. No one's there for CU. Coming off the bench, Patones with the chance but overskate the puck.
Yeah, there's going to be a delayed penalty here. I think it was Neffs that got laid out at the left point, and the hit did look a little high, and it's going to be Aiden Schmidt. So now 5-on-3 for the next 40 seconds.
So a quick opportunity for the Buffs to capitalize on this after a great start to the period, Brendan, for the Rams. And what could have been bad gone worse. Now 5-on-3 for the next 40 seconds.
Hey, sometimes a 5-on-3, if you kill it off, that can be a big momentum boost for you early on.
Alexandrov off the front, over to his deep partner, overskates it. Right now, it's like the puck is bricks. Brendan, a lot of players overskating it so far. Over to the Cave. A shot out in front, saved by Bartholomew. He's able to get the glove into the corner. Kept in.
Had Johnson crash into the right
and a
post.
Shot sent wide over the net. And CU gets their power play set up, and a quick snapshot here. I don't think Bartholomew saw that up above his net. And a battle here in the corner as CU is doing well to keep possession. Out behind, a swat at it, and it comes free, and a shot sent over the net. Petone is looking for the first goal of the night. Had Bartholomew beat, just sends it over the net.
5-on-4 now.
And Neffs with a shot in the corner. And as you mentioned, a 5-on-3 power play, so a minute 2 left on the penalty for the CSU Rams. Doing so good on the penalty, good for the penalty right now. Great chances for CU on that power play. We just were able to convert. Over here for Petones, who just shot that over the net. Skates it in the corner, gets it out for Stone. Knocked off his stick, but it comes back to the Petones. And a drag shot able to cover by Bartholomew, and he'll cover up. 38 seconds left on CU's first power play.
And so far, you know, you ask your goaltender to be your best penalty killer. Bartholomew's had to make 2 or 3 big stops. He's come up large. And to your point, now it's just a matter of getting this PK over the finish line.
And the face-off, one back CSU, but CU's able to keep it in. And Convney sends it out back to the D point. Over the Lefkis out in front. And Benin. Push off in the corner there. Hansen with a good play. It comes out, but Deponio sends it out for Stone out the top of the circle. Tries to get it down. A tip on. And it's gloved away by Bartholomew. Great save. And the CSU faithful so far like what they're seeing from their goaltender. And a sprawling save by Bartholomew as he's able to get that puck before any more harm could come his way.
And the best part about all this for the Rams, you're 1 second away from killing off the 5-on-3. So the dam held, did not break. 4 saves from Bartholomew thus far.
And your best penalty killer, Brendan, has to come from the man in net. And so far, coming up to the challenge and playing very well in this penalty kill, keeping his team leveled so far. Face-off won by CSU. Cornette's able to send it out momentarily. Schmidt out of the penalty box. So 5-on-5, CSU's able to kill the penalty. We're back. And they'll look to continue the momentum that they started with the period. The puck here. Bumped over on there. Slaw gets knocked down, so CU's able to collect the puck. Skating into the CSU zone. Gets knocked down, so CSU's able to collect, but Valco was the one who fouled, and that puck sent out of the play. And so a face-off coming up. 13:32 left in the first period. A couple chances for CU, and they weren't able to convert on that early power play.
Yeah, and I think so far it's now for CSU, you want to try and reestablish that forecheck. The penalty kill, the 5-on-3 threw you out of your rhythm a little bit. And now I think it's about, pardon the hockeyism, but you got to get pucks deep and get your forecheck going. Good save by Knapp.
Knapp for a moment, but coming out, that's Dennis White. White out in front, a great shot, saved away by Lawrence. And the first real test for Lawrence tonight, a shot coming from Cole Frank, one of the new acquisitions for CSU. Didn't play with the team in the beginning of the semester, but joining the team tonight and getting his first action with the Rams. But a stretch pass here over for Neffs. Had him, but the puck goes in the corner.
Great defending by Carlton. He knew that stretch pass to Neffs was coming, stayed with it, pushed Neffs into the corner, and didn't allow that opportunity to develop.
And he was looking for the home run pass. And a great save here. But in team's pass, the stretch pass has been effective against the CSU Rams, hurting them in a lot of their goals so far. So good defensive awareness from Carlton to play his man well and put him into the corner, denying that chance.
Hey, good positioning will allow you to make up the gap that maybe having a slower first step or not recognizing and being able to get your skates moving fast enough. And that was that play right there. Neffs has plus speed. Cornette neutralized it by being in the right spot.
Quick shot, Alexandrov sends it wide of the net. Smithberger back behind it, sends it out in front. Over to Stone. Alexandrov's waiting for the slap shot, quite on his foot, and a clearing attempt to CSU, not out. Skated too far, so Ada Schmidt's able to collect. Waiting for reinforcements, trying to get it over to the field. CSU's able to send it back to their zone. Cornette back in the corner, bumped off. Lefkis sends it out. Not too far. CSU's able to collect a quick 2-on-1 developing field. Aiden Smith and a pass behind field. Not able to get the shot away. Numbers for CSU, not able to connect. Kept in momentarily. And a quick shot, tipped on, but saved by Lawrence. And a great set of shots. Cornette will dump it back in, giving chase to Schmidt in the corner.
Man, Aiden Schmidt up front is the straw that stirs the drink on that top line for the Rams. And, I mean, I love the idea. Pass up a good shot, try and get a better shot with Thiel breaking down the near wing. I would have loved to have seen Schmidt settle that, maybe pass to Pad and try and create a rebound for Thiel on the near wing.
He did have a little bit of trouble collecting that puck, sending that pass behind Thiel before he could take a shot. But great pressure, stretching, keeping CU on their toes. Another offensive faceoff for CU with 11:29 in the first period. And a faceoff won by CSU, but CU was able to collect. Cove with left, he can take a shot, patted away from Bartholomew. And a clearing attempt sent out. And no icing here. So
I certainly thought it was tipped, but I have glasses and a headset on, so both vision and hearing impaired.
The netting here in the Epic Ice Center, Brendan, is not the greatest viewing experience for once here. And a shot that's sent right over the net, kept in by Polisek, sending it out in the net. And teams are finding success against the Rams, setting up behind the net and setting up the cycle, and CU setting out to do that. Was looking for it, get in, the pass a little bit too far, so CU have to retreat and collect.
And to your point, once a guy finds freedom underneath the red line, it can get so tempting. That's off the rafters. It can get so tempting for defensemen to start to pinch in and get missile lock on the puck carrier. And what you'll see from CU is they'll want those wingers to try and crash the net, find that open pocket of space in the bumper position. And again, so far through 9.5 minutes, the Rams have done a really good job limiting that in the early going.
Boak for CU on the faceoff, wins it back. Nap with a try to keep in, but CSU with a quick tap over Carlton with a wrist shot from the point and saved by Lawrence. A quick burst of speed, doesn't hurt to throw on a net. Gave it a shot there.
Hey, Wayne Gretzky always said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Sean. So, coming down the near wing, peppering one on goal, never a bad idea.
Dennis White to take the faceoff for CSU, one back, and a wrist shot blocked. Doesn't know where the puck is out, but able to swat it. A great diving play. That's Luke Hansen. And back, Carlton. Just wanted it, but raced there by Bloke. Keeps it in for CU. Down the zone, out in front. And Naps there, they able for the D. A quick shot, sent wide. Not on net. And Gunkel, or Sleds, Connor Sleds, down the net. Cole Frank keeps it in. CU is able to take it out. Johnson back with a good defensive play by O'Brien. And so teams feeling each other out right now. And other than the big power play chance for CU, not much rhythm for either side so far. Tipped in, so CU is able to get a change, but a quick effort here allowed CU to keep it over. For Stone. Sends it over for Dow. And the shot here is saved by Bartholomew. They saw it all the way.
Yeah, and we talk so much about what CU has to offer from a scoring perspective. We talk about Aiden Schmidt being the straw that stirs the drink for CSU. Isaac Ness, 9 in the white and sand. He is the X factor for this CU side. He's got afterburners on his skates. He's got a great heavy wrist shot. And if he gets space to create, that is bad news bears for opponents of CU.
As aforementioned, Neff's looking to get things started. It's Nick Taponio with a shot that's blocked away nicely by Bartholomew, kept in by Stone. Gets it around O'Brien and dumps it down in the corner. Takes a weird bounce off the glass, and O'Brien's able to collect for the moment, but the aforementioned Neff's with pressure for the CSU. A swing and a miss. And Patones with some pressure behind the CSU net. Momentarily kept in. O'Brien will send it behind the net. Was looking to get it dumped, but out in front. Was looking for the tip. And CU doing a good job of hemming CSU in their zone so far.
And this is where it can get dangerous for the Rams. To your point, they're hemmed into their own end. CU's had a lot of time on the perimeter. Great second effort and a bad break there. The linesman interrupting what could have been a 2-on-1.
O'Brien was looking to spring for it. Had his teammate on the end, but as you mentioned, the line getting in the way. So CSU's looking to reset. Aiden Schmidt down for CSU, fighting off the puck. Key pressure and a tripping penalty coming up on Aiden Schmidt. That's going to be his second power penalty of the day as he brings down, I believe, Calvin Stone with the tripping. So goalie to the bench, 6-on-5 momentarily for CU. There's a tripping penalty coming up on the Rams. So no rush for CU setting up into the zone. Alexandrov skates it in. CSU is able to finally touch up. And the second power play for the CU Buffs is coming up. Aiden Schmidt to serve his second penalty of the night.
So that's one of those things where if you have the black and sand bifocals on, absolutely a tripping penalty. If you're wearing the green and gold, letter of the law says that's a trip. I thought Stone might have hit the deck a little bit easy. But, they'll tell players you're responsible for your stick. And here, CU, third power play in the first period already. CSU look good on their first penalty kill, though.
Looking to cash in on their third power play of the night. Getting things set up. Over to Smith behind the net. Tries to send it out in front, but a good defensive play there. Swats out and killing the penalty. That is Tyler Vaughn with a great defensive play in the corner, killing some more time for the CSU penalty killing. 1:25 left in the third power play for CU. Taponio skates it into the corner, dumps it all the way around. Over in the front. We're looking for the top. Let's get that out in front. passing, able to glove it down. 3 CU players out on the point, able to keep it in. Alexandrov with a shot from the point, able to keep it in. A quick shot to send wide in front of the net.
And on this third power play, Sean, it almost, you get the sense that CU's just trying to get out of their own way.
And a quick line change, Smithberger with the puck. And
Great
a great play over here. This is Cole Frank, one-on-one against CSU. Lost the puck, but a great effort so far. Looking for the stretch pass. Steponio, 1-on-2, dumps it down over for Lefkis. Lefkis with the space. A great blocker save by Bartholomew as a quick transitioning play for CU is denied. And 30 seconds left on the penalty kill. Petona is looking for the snapshot, and a clearing attempt bounced off over Convey, and so CU's able to stay it in.
Hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Cross-eye pass intent miss. Stone collected at the point. Over for Lefkis. Back for Petona is out in front. Was looking for the tip a little bit too far wide, and a corner shot that's blocked away by Bartholomew. And a whistle here. I believe the net may have fallen off its moorings, and they have to reset.
I think, actually, again, you've got the 2 referees. I think they thought Bartholomew had covered up that loose puck on the far post, just given the vantage point and the screen in front of the referee down low. But again, CSU moments away from getting back to full strength and another successful penalty kill.
CU's able to collect the puck. The third pass here, shot, tipped on, saved by Bartholomew. And in 5-on-5, CSU does a good job of killing the third power play. And a tip bank shot that comes off Bartholomew at an awkward angle. And Neffs. Good play, and out in front, he was looking for the cross and pass. And a 3-on-2 for CSU coming in. O'Brien with a shot, cuts Lawrence by surprise, had him beat, but trickled wide in the net. Now, Petones with a quick shot, didn't get all of it, so trickled wide. Kept in so far momentarily, CU keeping the pressure on CSU. Out in front, and a shot saved by Bartholomew.
Well, and to your point from earlier, Sean, that's what CU wanted to do. Petones gets down low, waits for the man to crash the net. Bauk gets a quick shot away. Bartholomew holds the post well, and through 15 minutes, maybe you'd hope for a little bit more offense overall from the Rams, but you've got to love where you're at if you're Richard Klapko.
And as you mentioned, 5 minutes left in the first period, and I feel CU turning on the momentum here after their third power play. Looking to nap here, but Richard Klapko has to be proud of his team with the way they played so far on these penalty kills. And Knapp sends it down. Over for Boak in the corner. A couple CSU bodies on him.
It's a board meeting down low. It's a tough angle from upstairs.
And a quick shot sent wide. Bartholomew got a piece, but Knapp's able to hold it in. Another quick shot blocked away over by Jacob Zier. And Jacob Zier with the shot, looking for the short side, blocked away by Lawrence. 4 minutes left in the first period, and 4 CU Buffaloes all in the puck. Boak tries to skate it past 2 CU defenders. Over here for Frank. Frank skates it over to the newcomer, Jacob Zier, and dumps it all the way down. Lawrence will play the puck, but Dennis White gets slammed off the puck.
And Denny knew that hit was coming from 2 behind the net, made the play on the puck, and took the body.
And 2-on-2 for CU, drop pass, send their skates over for Hansen, and Hansen's able to skate it out. Over for Kunkel, loses the puck. Some support from Carlton, is able to skate into the zone momentarily. Blocked there by White, but a quick turn away. Alexandrov, 2-on-1. Quick shots blocked, shaved by Bartholomew. And he had his partner with him, chose to take the shot. Great save by Bartholomew. The puck bouncing there. Dennis White trying to keep it down. The foot race here. Slaw in the corner, sends it out, will come out, so CSU has to tag up. O'Brien elects to dump it down, and CSU will get some fresh bodies on the ice. Puck will dump out in the corner. Carlton for CSU on the puck. It's over there waiting for Smithberger, but the puck will come out. Aiden Schmidt looking for the put on the pressure. And the puck will skate all the way down. Hansen collects it in the corner. CSU doing a good job keeping for the majority of this puck. Left kiss, what a quick shot. Blocker save by Bartholomew. Got it by the knob of the stick, and Aiden Schmidt quick on transition. Skate to 2-on-1, has the puck. Aiden Schmidt with a turnaround shot out in front, out waiting, and the puck delayed there and comes out. And Carleton will collect the puck. Send it over for O'Brien. Jackson O'Brien with a shot, gloved by Lawrence, and he'll hold on.
And once again, how many times have we said it in this first period? Aiden Schmidt creating offensively for CSU. Love the idea there. Knew that he had a trailer, tried to find feel in the high slot. And again, you know, you look at the first 18 minutes, and this is where you want to be if you're CSU. Try and generate some offense here and limited chances. Look out.
And a full race here. Neffs, quick with the speed, jumps it out, has the puck in the back, and he saved it! Caleb Bartholomew! What a save! For the young man, denies the chance from the CU Buffs.
Are you serious with that save? That is felonious, is what that is.
And a great sprawl out save, got it in the glove. The first rebound on this backside, and he's able to reach out the glove. A great save to keep his team in. And Petonis with a quick shot, and it plunges away. What a wonderful save, Caleb Bartholomew.
We talked about it in the pregame, Sean. You want your goaltenders to steal you goals, and that's exactly what that was.
And the puck ran behind the net, and Lawrence fell down. A shot from Cornett, whistled wide, and kind of bounced back awkwardly. And oh my goodness. And
I've seen a lot of good saves this year across a lot of hockey, Sean. That's one of the better ones. I mean, there was nothing but the glove that Bartholomew had left in the crease.
And Nick DePonio is skated to the box. So a first power play for CSU with a minute 45 left in the first period. An opportunity here. Get a great save from your goaltender on one end, and looking to capitalize and take a 1-0 lead for the Rams tonight. Vaughn over the D point. Looking to set up. That's Frank. Skates it down and a quick shot, and it trickled in, and he scores! Cole Frank, his first goal with the CSU Rams, and he's able to get it past Lawrence, and it's 1-0 Rams, as they're able to capitalize on their first power play. A seemingly harmless shot, it trickled by Lawrence. And his first game with the Rams and able to score is 1-0.
And what did we talk about? Opportunistic offense for CSU. And it takes them just 12 seconds on the power play. That is some high-level opportunism from the green and gold, and they've got the advantage.
You see the head ice man tossing the puck over to the bench, and that young man's going to keep his first goal. And what a way to make an entrance for this team. And after CU is with their 3 power play chances in the period, and the great save bailed out by Caleb Bartholomew to take 1-0 lead for your goaltender. A great feeling for the CSU Rams.
Oh, they're not done.
And Sleds here with the shot that's saved away by Lawrence. Came in with the speed, toe dragged around, is able to get a good shot off the chest of Lawrence.
Yeah, and Doug Sheridan has got to be very, very ecstatic behind the bench because, to your point, you get 3 perfect penalty kills and you get a power play goal. Hey, it's a special teams kind of night so far in Fort Collins.
So CSU sitting on a 1-0 lead. Came out in the first minute of the first couple minutes in this period with the momentum, and then with some penalties kind of diminished. But Jackson O'Brien with a quick shot, didn't buck down. It's over for Hansen, keeps it in. Or momentarily, it comes to CSU. And Stone skates it down the corner. Takes it behind the net, but a good defensive play by Cornett. Bonks it off. A shot out in front. He had a man too far from the stick, and Knapp skates it down. A quick shot in the front, looking for the tip from Gettin. And did not get it. A quick shot. Neff turns it around. Bartholomew is slaying it there. The puck's still there. And it's still there. No goal so far. Skates out. And Knapp have to touch out in the center ice. Puck laid there momentarily. It's a quick moment. And I believe Neff's had a chance to shoot out it. Just wasn't able to get his puck on it. So void danger there for the Rams. 16 seconds in the first period. Neves. And a quick shot. Glove sticked away by Bartholomew out of the play. And a great first period showing from the goaltender for CSU.
I'm trying to understand, Sean. I feel like they heard our keys to the game before the game, or we mind melded with Doug Sheridan, and they went, yeah, let's do that, because they've got good goaltending, they've got the opportunistic scoring, they've protected their net. Check, 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 check.
And a couple of flurry chances at the end for CU off the faceoff, and a turnaround shot, and glove down right at the Bartholomew. If that went in, I don't believe that would have counted. But a stellar first period for the CSU Rams and Caleb Bartholomew with a 1-0 lead as both teams skate to the benches. For Doug Sheridan, as you mentioned it towards the end, check, check, check. And their team leading with a 1-0 lead, feeling good with their play so far.
Yeah, and to your point, I think you get a couple of really nice saves from Caleb Bartholomew there at the end. Cole Frank gets his first ACHA goal. And after 20 minutes, it doesn't get much better than that for the green and gold here, trying to knock off their rival in their fourth head-to-head meeting.
And on a good start to do so. 20 minutes passed. The first period come to an end. CSU leads this game 1-0. We'll take a break momentarily, and we'll be back with second period action in just a moment. Welcome back to the Epic Ice Center in Fort Collins, Colorado. First period gone behind us with the CSU Rams taking on the CU Buffs. A 1-0 score for CSU so far. Brendan, what did you like in that first period from the Rams?
You know, it's ironic. We talked about all the keys that Doug Sheridan's crew hit in that opening 20 minutes. I think one of the things that was so crucial for them, they were really disciplined to the game plan in the opening 20 minutes. You know, they did a good job. They stayed below the circles. They got a lot of rebounds out of the way of Bartholomew in front. They did a great job taking away what CU wanted. CU really wanted that cross-seam pass for that trailer coming down the far wing. They really wanted redirection efforts in front, and I thought the Rams did a consistent job taking that away.
And right now, Bartholomew doing a really well job of seeing the pucks coming towards him and coming up big when he needed. Having that great sprawling save, kept it a 0-0 game at the time before CSU had their power play and they capitalized. And that, so far, it's much of what we haven't seen in past games in terms of defending the home base and getting the pucks out of the way. And so far, CSU has done a very good job in that first period. And on the other side, what CU need to finally get past Bartholomew? They had excellent chances in the first period, just not able to cash in.
Yeah, and I think to your point, and you were talking about this before we came back from break, Sean, the Buffaloes have had a lot of space, and that is by design from the blue line to the top of the faceoff circle. Falco, Patones, Knapp, they have all had a lot of time and space to kind of to sink down towards the top of the circles. And I think if you're the Buffaloes, what it comes down to is those are the looks you want to get. It's just keep sending pucks on goal. Because at the end of the day, I think that's where they've had more success, is generating from the blue line, trying to find rebounds rather than some of those deflections. Levkis had two really good opportunities coming down the right wing in the first period as well. So I think the challenge is you look at the scoreboard if you're the Buffaloes and you go, man, we're down 1-0. But I don't know that there's anything within their game plan that I don't like so far and that I wouldn't want to see continue.
And with the D members for the CU pitching down into the zone, setting up the cycle, a lot of odd man breaks in the first 2-on-1s developing, some 2-on-3, 3-on-2s, and CSU looking to hop on those opportunities. Quick in transition, Aiden Schmidt leading the charge with some fast breaks for CSU, and just looking to capitalize on that. Right now, CU 0-3 on the power play, a great penalty killing performance from the Rams, and right now, perfect for the Rams in their game plan, and a phenomenal saves from their goaltender, and you have a 1-0 lead.
And this is where it's hard not to maybe look ahead or start to have that sense of it's deja vu all over again. Because last year, Colorado State was very up and down for the majority of the season. And then right about this time last year, going into the Big Mountain Hockey Classic, they started to pick up some confidence. They got a couple of big wins, and then they stunned DU in the playoffs. They knocked off Metro in the championship. And, sometimes guys are just ready for that time of year. And I think for CSU, you've got a lot of guys that were part of that experience. Cornette Carlton, Dave Deal, among others. And I think right now it's a matter of coming out and saying, hey, folks, we've gone through the first season. We are now in season number 2, right? We're in the playoff push, the Big Mountain Hockey Classic. How do you perform down the stretch, and what does that mean come playoff time?
And a stride of confidence for the CSU Rams coming out in a team that has punched you in the mouth multiple times, and a feeling of like you can skate with these guys, and that is ever needed for the Rams as they get set for the second period. Both teams back on the ice. One final meeting with the head coaches before the puck drop in the second period. We thank you so much for joining us tonight. Sean Rosenberger, Brendan Price from Price Productions, giving you CSU Rams and CU Buffs hockey as we get set for the face-off for second period.
Hey, a big thank you to everyone at home keeping us honest up here in the broadcast booth. Your feedback is noted and appreciated. Thanks for spending some time with us on this Friday night. Thank goodness the weather is relatively good tonight. It's not all snowy and windy like it was earlier this week.
And Colorado getting hit with a couple of winter storms throughout the week, so thankful everybody who was able to get here safe. Looking forward ahead for next week, the Big Mountain Hockey Classic, as Brendan said. 4 games for CSU to be played Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday during the MLK weekend. We look forward to bringing you those games on Price Production as we get set for second period action. CSU's able to collect on the faceoff. Over for Kunkel. Brian tries to swats it in, but sent back, and Carlnet will skate into his corner. And a skate over the puck, a quick turnover out in front. And the puck skates to the side and overskated a near turnover, and a quick jets for Thiel, backhander right on net. Lawrence is able, and a shot out of play. So a couple of crazy plays so forward, and just overskated the puck, and right there for CU could turn into a worse play.
Well, and that right there, that was the game plan in about 15 seconds. Take away the sticks of the CU skaters in front, chip the puck, create an odd-man rush. Dave Thiel comes up with a good backhand effort, creates an opportunity.
O'Brien with the face-off, and Carlton with the shot sent wide. O'Brien tries to send down in front, will come out all the way to the zone. Carlton giving chase on the puck. Sends it out wide. Tries to get in, 2 CU buffs on him. Schmidt tries to get out of the puck. He'll chase it into the zone. Stone standing behind the net, but good pressure from Schmidt. But Bosch is able to get it out. And Taponio served one of the penalty that costed the Buffs the first goal, and a shot that fluttered on to Bartholomew is able to cover up.
Yeah. Sorry, Sean. I was going to say, and Taponio is a solid third-year guy for this Buffalo side. And, you know, it happens, right? You get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. You take a penalty. Doesn't work out for you.
The tale of the first period is the chances that were capitalized and weren't. So CU, with 3 power plays, not able to capitalize on them yet, having a 5-on-3 that they weren't able to convert. And CSU on their lone power play chance, getting that goal just 12 seconds into the power play. And CU sets up in the zone. Zalco send it down to the net. And the puck, I believe the Johnson for CU bumped into the net. That comes off its mooring, so we have to reset that.
It almost looks like the Epic Ice Center got a little help from Santa over the holidays. Those look like brand new game nets down there. They are shiny.
I was thinking the same thing, Brendan. The nice red rosy post looks like it hasn't seen a puck. So Christmas was very grateful for Epic Ice Center. The face-off out into the neutral zone, won by CSU. Cornette overskated the puck for the moment, sent out for Kunkel. Was looking for Shams. And Shams was skating into the corner, backhanded out, but Kunkel's there waiting for it. And Kunkel swatting out the puck, 2 CU buffs on there. And Slaw would join, but CU able to take it out, and this puck will hit the display lights out of play.
Yeah, those things look expensive up there, so I'd be careful.
And you know, somewhere one of the Epic Ice officials hold their breath there. As
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Face off right next to CU's benches.
They had those lights installed here a couple of years ago because they used to do here at Epic Ice Arena the Disney on Ice shows. So they've got those multi-colored, I mean, those are some high-level DMX lights up there.
We got
the ceiling.
to see some of them in action during the free skates they have for the public.
We did. I thought about lacing them up, going down there, embarrassing myself. But, well, then I thought maybe we should get the stream ready, you know, provide the people at home a little Rocky Mountain Showdown instead.
I think that the people wanted to see was Brendan on skates, and I, for one, would like to be one of those as well. A quick 2-on-1 dealing for the Buffs. With some speed and a shot here, I believe that has a chance to be a penalty shot, and I believe that is.
Yeah, and that was a nasty collision.
Bartholomew right now in pain. Or rather, I believe he was just holding on to the puck for dear life.
Yeah, that Corey Taponio got tripped up going to the net, and there was just nothing he could do.
And the refs awarded Taponio a penalty shot. So a chance one-on-one for Toponio to level this game after the trip out in front of the net. Runs into Bartholomew, takes the net off the moorings. So big moment in this game for the Buffs. And on the stick of Corey Toponio as he gets sets to take his shootout.
Gut check time for Bartholomew and the Rams right here.
Taking his time, sends it out to the left. Toponio looking for a shot. And a shot, he scores! Corey Toponio sends it over the glove of Bartholomew, and it's a 1-1 game after Corey cashes it in.
Yeah, and that is just goal scoring 101. Toponio took his time, little head fake, shifted to the forehand. He made Bartholomew make the first move and bite. Bartholomew went low, and Toponio said, yeah, I like that top cheddar. Thank you very much.
And cashing in on their chance. It's a 1-1 game. And as you mentioned, had Bartholomew make the first moves, able to send it over top shelf, and CU is back in this game. We're all leveled 1-1.
And if you're the Buffaloes, it's hard to say they haven't earned or worked for that goal.
And Knapp keeps it in the D point. Blocked here. CSU's able to skate it out. Frank over to Sleds, back to Frank. The goal scorer, he sends it wide. And a good plastic play. Looking for his second goal of the night. Quick in decision. Alexandrov, 1-on-1, takes a shot, blocked away by Bartholomew. Behind the net, it comes out. Smithberger sends it out in front. And bumped off by Sleds. And a transition play for CSU. Frank tries to tangle around CU. Out in front, no one's home for CSU. Smithberger will skate it past the blue line. Waiting for reinforcements. Drops it out. And a swat shot. And flooded it on net, sent it wide. CSU able to collect. Behind the net, Lefkis holds on for it.
He's so strong on the puck. And you look at Lefkis just dancing around the perimeter, waiting for CSU to make a mistake.
And a backhanded shot right on Bartholomew. Just held on to it, waiting for something to open, decided he didn't like what he saw, just decided to take a shot, and the puck cleared all the way out. And this will be icing, so the faceoff will come back into the CSU zone. And you talked about the multiple chances Lefkis had in the first period, and the creative mindset he has, creating plays for the CU Buffs and getting it behind the net and spreading out the defense and doing a well job of using that big body and keeping the puck away from the defenders.
Yeah, and all that's about is they want pockets of space to let Neffs, let Patones go to work. And, you know, you've got a defensive pair right out there right now, Valko and Polacek, that they've got howitzers from the blue line.
And a clearing attempt, no icing here. 16:08 in the second period, a 1-1 game. Corey Knapp's just scored, but Patones on a quick trek, 1-on-1, drops it off, and a shot. I believe Bartholomew caught a piece out of it, sent it out into the screen, and out of play.
Vaughn got the first piece of it as well. That was good defending from the Ram forward on the back check. He knew that Neffs was trailing. That's who Patones wanted to set up. Vaughn down to a knee, blocked the shot. Bartholomew got a piece of it as well.
And a good defensive play for Vaughn, keeping it a tied game. An early goal and a quick shot sent wide. I don't believe on net. Caught Bartholomew by surprise. ZSU is able to get to work. CU rather, and a shot from the point saved on Bartholomew. Neffs in the back of the corner. Tapping forward was Toponio. Valko shot from the point, blocked away by Bartholomew. Back to Vlaco, and it tipped on. Neffs had a stick on it. It wasn't enough to change its direction and bumped off. That's Jacob Zier.
I will say this, Sean. We've watched a lot of the Rams all year long, obviously. I think this is the most disciplined to the game plan we've seen them all season long.
And I agree with that, Brendan, as the discipline with the decision and the puck in their zone tonight has been quite outstanding in terms of the games that we have seen. The decisions to put their goaltender in harm's way, and hasn't come out, and they're doing a really good job protecting that zone and limiting the chances the CU has in front of them.
Yeah, and to your point, I think that becomes even the more imperative here. Period of the long change, right? It's blue line to get off the ice. And so if you're CSU, it's really about making sure that you're clearing the zone at the first time of asking, and you are getting the puck 200 feet.
Street will turn it around and send it out, start the breakout. And Johnson over with Knapp, quick shot blocked away.
Good stop.
And Bartholomew with the save there. And CSU's able, has Schmidt looking for the stretch pass, but a good defensive play in the neutral zone by CU to limit that. Quick over. Over for Hansen, has Sean's with him. Hansen loses the puck in the corner, Knapp on it for CU. And Schmidt waiting for it for CSU. The quick slap shot, rising over there. Puck lays in the zone. And it comes down, another quick shot sent wide. Sean's behind the net and tried to bank it off of Lawrence, and he will cover up.
Well, as many a conference foe knows, the thing is, the boards here at Epic, they are bouncy. And so what you want to do, if you can, put the puck off the end boards, let it carry him back out in front, and see what happens.
In the games we've seen, partner, we have seen some wild pucks bounce out in front of the net. And and they will continue to bounce and play off the boards. Kovney had a break, but skated the puck a little bit too far. Over to Dow. He's trying to skate out in front, loses puck momentarily, and the puck will come out, bounces off a skate, and a shot that's blocked. Schmidt swats at it, doesn't get it out, and CU's able to keep it in.
CSU's asking at what point do they have possession. A delayed penalty, and I think it's going to be Carlton who's going to get hit with the minor here.
And it does seem
it's a hook.
Carlton is skating in. So the fourth power play for CU tonight, already tying the game with a penalty shot, looking to capitalize on their fourth power play tonight. But CSU's penalty has done a good job so far limiting their chances. 13:42 in the second period, and the first power play for CU in this period. The faceoff won over to Stone. It's over left kiss. Pressured off into the corner. Hansen with a good defensive push. And a pass out in front. Too far, but Stone's able to keep it in.
Levkis, Smithberger, Kovney, Gennon.
And a good play.
Stone.
Cornett took it, skates it in, 2-2. And he had White out in front. Sends it too far, and so now CU transitions over to the Ponyo. Nick has out in front.
It's Gennon in the corner.
Gennon was looking for the puck. It didn't arrive the way he wanted it to, so he plays it in the corner. Over to Zaponio. That's Corey.
It's hard not to think that
And
if
a
you're
backhand shot here. Stays in the blue crease. And a second chance stays out. Bartholomew with two back-to-back saves, and it remains a 1-1 game. And a great push to the front of the net. And on the backhand, the puck laid in the blue crease, laid there, and a second attempt also denied by Caleb Bartholomew. And continuing his phenomenal night.
I mean, that save was just disgusting. There's no other way to put it. I mean, Bartholomew swimming in the crease, gets the job done. And I wonder, is CU taking their timeout? No, they're going over to the box. Oh, the penalty came off the board.
And so the scoreboard fixing it, getting it back up.
We've still got the power play on our board at home, not to brag.
Shout out to Brendan Price for staying on top of these things.
Yeah. Well, you haven't seen the time clock, so, you know, I would caution you before you say that I'm staying on top of everything.
So 1:02 left in the power for CSU. Carlton for CSU staying in the box. So a face-off, one. And the Rams are able to clear off more time. And continuing a good power play and a pressure here for Kunkel. And now CU brand the breakout.
That was the first, I think, first and most aggressive forecheck we've seen from the Rams on the penalty kill. Kunkel was all the way beneath the red line, harassing the puck carrier.
And Frank with another clear, kill some more time. 30 seconds left in this power play. 3-on-2. CU as it skated in.
That was a huge stop from Johnson. That had shorthanded breakaway written all over it.
Anytime that a defender has their body open into position where the defenders take off running, you always have to hold your breath as a fan. CU skates it back in. Pluck collected there by Vaughn. Tries to get it out, but CU doing a well job holding there. Johnson skates it on the blue line. Holding it on the forehand, falls down, but it comes over. Comes with a shot, he scores with a scorcher of a shot from the circle. And it's 2-1 CU.
Well, you hit the nail on the head, Sean. That was an absolute blistering rocket from Coveney. We talked about him in the pregame. You didn't want to leave him open. He gets space in the high slot, and bar down, baby.
Coveney does not care for the new the goalposts that are in the
He's got to
blue
break
rink.
him in.
He does need to break him in, and he does it there, putting his team on top 2-1 as the play broke down and he had space from the top left circle and is able to beat Bartholomew, bar down. And a great shot.
Yeah, that's one of those things that as a penalty kill unit, you don't love all the space he gets.
And a quick shot here, rebounds out there, skates too far. Cornette will bounce it off the boards. So CU able to capitalize on their fourth power play of the night.
And I mean, that's just the way Bartholomew has played tonight, Sean. That's the kind of shot it was going to take to beat him. I mean, even though it was a pretty clear lane to the goal, that thing was snapped off the stick. I mean, that probably broke a couple of speed limit laws on the way through.
And there is no one there to stop that now. And a lot, the chances that so far, good penalty here for most of it. 30 seconds left on that. And Coveney able to put the chance away. And Bartholomew covers up that chance. 2-1 Buffalo, the Buffs. And this is the period historically, Brendan, that has been the rough patch for the CSU Rams.
Yep.
And in past games, the goal scoring has come aplenty for the opposing teams in this period. So for Doug Sheridan and his guys, really, as we talked in the pregame, stopping the bleeding.
Yep.
And don't let it explode into what has been the Rams' downfall. As teams get hot against them, they just score and score. And so what adjustments does Doug Sheridan and his team make to get his back in? A quick 2-on-1. CSU, Zier lost the puck, tries to keep it in. Doesn't know where the puck is, right on his feet. And a shove here in the scoreboard. Over for Hansen. Drumps it down. And a clearing attempt off the skates for CU.
Good block there in the neutral zone, down to a knee to get that done. Oh, look out. You can catch him on the change.
And O'Brien was looking for that stretch man, makes a move out of the middle. Has 28 with him. Schmidt off the bench, dumps it into the corner, but CSU is also going to get a change. So Schmidt with some pressure. CSU able to clear it out. Smithberger over to Lefkis. Lefkis with a man in front of the net with a backhand set behind. Good defensive play by the Rams there. That was Sean's. And Carlton there to help with a swat. Carlton on the puck. Skates it out into the red zone. Carlton with Sean's. Makes moves into the corner. Schmidt on the top of the zone. Sean's out there. The puck's laying there. Out in front of the shot. Saved by Lawrence. And he keeps this game a 2-1 game. And a good chance there. That was Davey Field with the puck laying out right in front of the center circle. Or the center of that net. And a great save by Lawrence to keep it out.
Yeah, and we talked about this in the first period, Sean. CSU has not had a high volume of chances at Lawrence tonight, but boy, have they been good ones. And again, Thiel tried to capitalize on the doorstep. Lawrence stood him up. The Buffaloes do a good job protecting their crease. And, again, you're over halfway home here tonight. 1-goal game. all it takes is a quick shot, a quick bounce, and CSU's right back on level
And
terms.
a quick shot on the face-off. And you talked about it, Brendan, at the top of the broadcast, how with the less load of work, how a goaltender can get a shot from the point here blocked away, but how a goaltender is facing had some breaks, and it tipped on, and Lawrence makes a great save. I'm sorry for the pause there as the play developed, but a good setup for the Rams, and Lawrence made the save. But at the top of the broadcast, you mentioned how a lesser load work for a goaltender can be somewhat of a negative thing as well. How the first set of chances could be the wake-up calls and you're caught snoozing, but not the case for Lawrence in that set of saves.
Yeah, it's the proverbial rattlesnake waiting in the tall grass, Sean. And you know, over the last couple of cycles, the last 30 seconds, a deflection opportunity off a Carlton slap shot. Thiel had a rebound right on the doorstep. So CSU's asking all the right questions here in this sequence. It's just, can they find the tying goal?
And the clearing attempt kept in momentarily, but over here, a 2-on-1 developing for CU. Carlton did a great job getting back, covering his man, denying that chance out in front. And quick in transmission, Slaw over in the corner sends it out for Kunkel, too far. Knapp's able to collect on it, but pressure here.
Great back check.
Couple CSU Rams back there. And DePonio will skate it out. It tipped over. Nick on the puck again. Kept away there. Carlton, or rather, Vaughn. Some pressure there. CSU, great aggressiveness on the blue lines. And a shot here rolls on to Bartholomew, and he'll cover up. 8:26 left in the second period. 2-1 score for the Buffs as they lead. Goal scorers tonight for Nick DePonio, Corey DePonio with the penalty shot, and then Garrett Coveney with the power play goal is the difference in this game so far.
Yeah, and again, you know, we talk about this is we talk so much about what Bartholomew is doing, what CSU is doing. This is a high-powered Buffalo offense. They can score goals with the best of them.
Rapid round chance here out in front. Dow was there for it. CSU's able to skate it out. And off the face-off, a quick chance for CU, and there's in the CSU zone. Collected there, skated out by Sinicki. Haven't called his name much tonight.
Yeah, and that's, you know, also been emblematic for the Buffaloes tonight. Is there are guys, Sinicki, one of them, even Neffs, just haven't called their name as much as you might be accustomed to hearing if you've watched CU all year.
Brian avoids the check, but dumped in. And down in the corner, Cornett. Two Buffs on him, pressuring for the CSU Rams. And he's kept in by the CSU, over for Stone. Has some space to come down. Zone all day with a shot and a glove save. Bartholomew saw that all the way, and he's able to cover.
Yeah, and that's really the first time I think we've seen that shoot-first approach for the Buffaloes when, again, you had a lot of space develop from the blue line to that top of the circle, and Stone said, well, it's there. Why not take it?
Man, the soft spot in the CSU defense coming down as the forwards as defenders are able to skate from the blue line to the top of the circle and giving it a lot of time to pick their shots. And so they're looking to do so. A shot from the point tipped out over the net. Left kiss, turns it around. CSU was looking to get it out, miscommunication on the pass, so CSU's able to skate it back in. Over to Valco with a slap shot blocked away by Vaughn. It's behind the net.
I think it's on top of the net now. Finally, Alexandrov was able to wedge it free.
So puck battle in the corner. Valco would pinch in, keeps it in so far. And Alexandrov out in the front. Smithberg with a backhand sent wide. And number 28 for the Rams tried to skate it out with the red gloves. It sticks out. Smithberg is able to skate in, but called offside. Alexandrov in a little bit too early.
Yeah, and I think, you know, with 6:38 left in the second period, I know the temptation to skate the puck out of your own end is there if you're the Rams. But, man, the downside to that can be so immense. We've seen just the capability at the blue line for the Buffaloes. If you don't get that puck past them, that is an odd man rush waiting to happen on the re-entry.
And you've seen that what's kept CSU in this game so far is the lack of mistakes that they made so far in the game. They've hurt you when you had made those mistakes, and so going forward, limiting those mistakes and keeping to what you've been doing so well so far in this game. As CU is able to collect it, and CU kept in by Knapp with the hand, a slap shot that's blocked away as Schmidt's able to cover. Backhanded, was looking for Hansen, and I believe that's going to be a high stick or a cross check.
Yeah, pick your poison on what the penalty was, but great work from the Rams to draw that penalty. Hansen was the one that baited Street into taking that penalty, and it worked.
So the second power play for CSU tonight, capitalizing on their first chance and looking to do much the same on this attempt. Schmidt with Feel and Dennis White for your forwards out there with Hansen and Cornette.
I like this early power play look from CSU. Hansen's got a good shot. White's got a good head on his shoulders, really smart, especially on the walls. And then you've got Cornette at the blue line, who's not afraid to rip one on goal.
Schmidt with the face-off win gets away from Hansen and dumped it down. So DePonio able to clear off. So Aiden Schmidt, the mixer and the drink, as Brendan put it in the beginning, looking to start that, and DePonio falls down. So transition here, Schmidt with the puck, has it in the corner, takes it down. He's able to find a way from his man, Cornette, at the top of the zone. He's holding it, takes a shot, and saved by Lawrence, solid all the way.
And that's not a bad look there from Cornette. Walked into a little bit of space at the top of the zone, took the shot on net. You hope that Lawrence drops that rebound with a couple guys on the doorstep. And, you know, we talked so much about what Caleb Bartholomew has done for the Rams in goal. And so far tonight, Dylan Lawrence has been solid. He's done exactly, if you're the Buffaloes, what you needed him to do. Give you a shot for your offense to wake up.
And you know the goal he gave up earlier, he wants that back.
Yeah.
As it trickled past him and was able to be tapped in by Cole Frank in his first goal in the ACHA. And other than that one mistake, Lawrence has done really well to keep his team just one goal. So the face-off won here by CSU. Slaw in the corner, taken away by CU. The clearing attempts good. Blocked for a moment, and Neffs with some speed, and the CSU zone short-handed, has the trailer. And the puck bounced over. He was looking for Pitones and looking for a short-handed goal, and the speed caught CSU by surprise.
Again, love that you're looking for a better shot rather than the good shot, but man, I thought Neffs was going to take that look at goal.
So out in front, Kunkel with the shot, and he saved Lawrence. I paused. I thought that might have been a goal. But Lawrence stoning Kunkel in the front of the net, had a chance to throw. That's a chance to shot and a clearing attempt, looking for the stretch pass, was looking for Pitones, and out in front. So Vaughn able to skate it in. So Vaughn with Kunkel has O'Brien on the ice, and a quick shot blocker weighted by Lawrence under the corner. Carlton collects it down, and a good block. Pitones with a break. He has a step. Pitones, and he lost the puck. Great back check by Carlton.
Great is an understatement. That is why he was an all-conference award winner last year, second team all-conference. He is it's steady. It doesn't garner a lot of headlines, but he makes plays like that.
And the C on his chest is a great example of why Kunkel will take it behind the net. CSU is able to get some new bodies. And a puck out in front. A wraparound chance comes out in front. Surprises Lawrence, not able to put it in. And it's full strength for CU as they kill off the penalty, but good pressure here from CSU right now. Turnaround shot, Hansen blocked at the point, and CU will skate it out. Hansen with another chance to clear it in. Kunkel push it down, but CU able to skate it out. Valco dumps it down.
Sometimes the power play is not where a team is most dangerous. It's when everyone gets right back to even strength and folks are still scrambling for assignments.
Dow with a shot that doesn't make it through. And I agree with that, Brendan. It's like a fire drill with everybody scrambling to the right positions and a lot of people with you see a lot of breakaway at chance as the person comes out of the penalty, and a lot of chaos ensues from there. You see you able to skate into the CSU zone. A quick pass out in front, was looking for Gannon, a little too high for his stick. A bump here, Hansen and Dow in the corner. Possession for CSU. 2:51 left in the second period. A quick break and a pass it out. A shot and save. Bartholomew. DePonio had a shot. I don't think he got it all that he wanted on it.
And to your point about limiting mistakes, Sean, that was a big third one right there. DePonio didn't get all the way around on the shot like you mentioned, and CSU breathes a sigh of relief.
And Bartholomew there to get them out of that. A bad pass in their zone almost costing them the third goal of the night.
DePonio thought about lifting that for the Michigan. Saw the calculation.
Out in front, and a shot saved by Bartholomew, and he scores! Levkis with the second attempt, able to get it past Bartholomew, and it's 3-1 CU.
And that goal hurts if you're the Rams, because to your point, it was Levkis, got the second effort on the rebound, and again, goes back to what we talked about up the top of the broadcast. Bartholomew, a phenomenal first save. The Rams couldn't clear the crease. Levkis worms his way in there, gets the job done, and just like that, the Buffaloes are up by 2.
So the first goal scored tonight for Levkis, and we talked, as you mentioned, we talked about him and just the presence that he has for the CU Buffs, and scoring there. And if you don't succeed the first time, Brendan, you gotta try and try again. And Levkis makes no mistake on the second attempt, able to get it above the pad of Bartholomew, and it's now 3-1 with 2 minutes left in the second period. And a shot, the rebound comes out to the center, and that comes from Knapp.
And now this is where, if you're the Rams, you have to lock back in. If you can get some offense, terrific. But, man, you got to limit what's going on in your defensive zone and make sure you don't give the puck away and watch yourself trail by 3.
Alexandrov with some impressive stick skills, keeping it out of the zone. CU with some more pressure in the 9 minutes in the end of the period. Kept in. Over to Alexandrov. Knapp tapping his stick. And a spin move keeps the puck for Alexandrov. Out in front, Smithberger bumped off the puck, and CSU is able to skate it out. That was Jacob Zier bumping him off. Now Carlton with a quick shot, saved by Lawrence. And chased by 28 of the Buffs. And sniped it over the stick. I thought maybe that would have been a call as a CU player fell down. But behind the net, Hansen's waiting for it, as well as Sinicki. Sinicki attempt doesn't work the first time, comes back to his stick. Stress pad tipped in, so no icing. 30 seconds left in the second period. And a clearing attempt comes to Sinicki's stick. And skates it in and dumps it into the corner.
Oh, man, those Zamboni doors nearly caught Bartholomew headed the wrong direction.
It came out of the net, and the puck surprised him. 21 seconds. As CSU, you do not want to give up another goal late in this period. The clearing attempt, Aiden Schmidt skating for it. Valco on the puck, no icing here. Schmidt will win the foot race. Gets it around Falco. And in the last 9 seconds, he had O'Brien out in front of the net. Great defensive play over there for CU. And 2 seconds left, and this period will come to an end. And whoa, a last shot that was drenched for CU, and that hockey code whistle blow, and you do not want to continue shooting that shot.
Yeah, and that's why Aiden Schmidt gave him a little love tap on the shins as he cut across the high slot there, because to your point, that was on the edge of hockey faux pas territory. And, you know, here's the thing. You don't love the result if you're CSU. Again, you talked about that second period has been a struggle for them most of the season. They give up 3, and I think the catch now, if you're the Rams, is what's the message from Doug Sheridan? How do you come back out ready for this third period? And we'll find out when we come back. Is everybody coming back 5-on-5?
And curious to ask the same question as the conversation in front of the score box, as both players talk with the refs, and a conversation to see if there will be any penalties dished out at the beginning of the third period. Um, a 3-1 game. CU leads CSU by a score of 3-1. And an exciting period of hockey. It was close. Bartholomew, a penalty shot goal from Corey DePonio. And then David Lefkis adds a goal late in the period as well. And a 2-lead deficit for the Rams. 2 periods of hockey action gone for you. We'll come back in a moment to give you some third period hockey action. Welcome back to the Epic Ice Center in Fort Collins, Colorado. 3-1 game. CU leads the CSU Rams. Goal scored by David Lefkis, Corey Taponio, and Garrett Convey. And what was a 1-1 game towards the middle of the period, CU quickly turned into back-to-back goals, giving them a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and to your point, I feel like the 3-1 scoreline almost crept up on Doug Sheridan and the Rams. DePonio tied the game with that penalty shot goal, and then Coveney, I mean, what a phenomenal shot. Blistered one bar down on the power play, gave Colorado the 2-1 lead, and then you mentioned Levkis finally converting, got some space on the far wing, punched in a rebound past Bartholomew to double the lead. And we still don't have any visual word, as it were, on if any penalties were assessed for that kerfuffle between Tranch and Schmidt at the end of the second period. Again, those two kind of exchanged love taps after the buzzer. And you got to think here for CSU, the 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey, right? If you're CU, you don't want to let off the gas pedal. I actually think from the Buffs, they're going to be very aggressive in the opening 5 minutes. I think they're looking to try and put this game away and put it away early.
And for the CSU Rams, the talk of the period for what we talked at the start of the broadcast is limiting the mistakes that you had in your zone and had in front of the goaltender. And a couple of them in the second period came back to bite you. A pass that was intercepted that led to the Lefkis goal just can't happen in your zone in front of your goaltender, who's been bailing you out all night.
Yeah, and to your point, you talk about limiting those mistakes, and again, it's a merciless sport, because the Rams, I think, have really they've kept their mistakes to on one hand or less so far tonight. And to your point, the Buffaloes have taken advantage of a couple of them. Bartholomew's bailed them out a couple of times, and I think the challenge is on the flip side. You're looking for that Ram offense to take advantage of CU. They had a couple of good looks in the middle of that second period. On the doorstep, Schmidt's been very active up front. I really would love to see Connor Sleds get going for CSU. He's got a good, quick release, a hard shot. Haven't seen a lot of him on the offensive side of the puck tonight, and we saw earlier in December against Metro State in particular, he's very capable offensively.
Right. And on the other hand, a good performance so far from Dylan Lawrence, only let in the 1 goal in the first period that got behind him, and a couple of chances for CSU towards the end of the period, and Lawrence came up big on those saves.
Yeah, and we talked about that at the top of the broadcast. Lawrence hasn't seen a ton of work here tonight, but he's made the saves he's needed to make, made a couple nice stops in that second period on redirections, and I think the other thing that, by and large, he's done a good job of is he has kept the rebounds out of the greasy areas. He's done a good job either stopping pucks at the first time of asking and not allowing any rebounds, or he's made sure they've gone to the corners, let his defensemen deal with them. And that's, again, CSU wants to be physical. They want to drive the net. They want to try and create some of those goals between the circles. And when a goaltender's not giving you an opportunity to do that, it can short-circuit your offense lickety-split.
And for CSU, the goal, you need to get the first goal of the period. CU going down and scoring another one to become a 3-goal deficit, and it's a bigger hole to climb for CSU. So coming out strong, I expect the Rams to come out very aggressive in the forecheck and getting shots on Lawrence and try to get one by him, Brendan.
Yeah, and to your point, we talked about, I think CU's going to come out really aggressively, try and get that third goal. I think for CSU, again, it's a little bit of wait and see from their game plan. I like the game they've played through 40 minutes. The results just haven't followed, and sometimes, that's the way that the cookie crumbles. And I think for Doug Sheridan's group, what's going to be pivotal is sticking with what has been working, staying physical in the corners, trying to generate down below the red line, take and get bodies to the net, and you just can't get caught on a pinch because CU has got the speed to make you pay.
Limiting mistakes, bailing out your goaltender, and your goaltender is doing that work for you. And the 3 keys for CSU in this period to get back on and needing that all-important goal to answer CU. Players make their way out of the locker rooms and waiting for the nets to be set up. We have not seen the refs come out on the ice yet.
Yeah, they're
So-
taking a little bit more of an elongated intermission. And
So-
to be fair, there's only 4 of them. They don't get line changes, so they might need the extra breath or two.
And so players waiting patiently for the linesmen to come out. And one player I want to focus on for the CSU Rams is what a factor Cole Frank has been for the CSU Rams. He's a lone goal scorer tonight for the Rams, coming in and scoring on their first power play. His effect so far has been very well felt for the Rams tonight.
Yeah, and sometimes, you get that jolt of energy coming into your lineup. And Cole Frank, as you mentioned, he's got the only goal tonight. But more than that, Sean, I think he's provided a little bit of spark up front for Doug Sheridan. You look at the ACHA, and so many of these guys will come in with junior hockey experience, and they'll come in as underclassmen, and they're 20, 21, 22. They're filled out. Cole Frank is still 19. I mean, he is a true freshman, and there's so much potential there for the Rams to try and develop that. And as we get ready to start this third period, they did put offsetting minors up on the board for Schmidt and Dranch. So it looks like we'll play 4-on-4 to start this third period. At least I believe we'll play 4-on-4 because they put the minors up on the board.
So it does look. Well, hold on, I can count.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, hold on. Let's break out the calculators. Still a whole lot of guys milling about.
Another noticeable thing before we get started: a couple of players for CSU not playing tonight for the winter break for the students. This class does not start until Monday. So CSU missing out on guys like Owen Trevino and Jared Barton. Barton, a huge factor for the Rams. So a couple of guys that have been in the lineup not there tonight.
Yeah, and that's always the wrinkle you deal with this time of year. And then you're going to get your first week of classes for everybody in the conference. And then you're going to get to play 4 games in 4 days at the BMHC Classic next weekend.
So 4-on-4 to start off, matching minors for Schmidt and Dranch. And CSU collects it in their zone and starts to skate out. Alexandrov skates in. Smithberger with him out in front. Alexandrov's puck laid there. It was going 5-hole. Bartholomew's able to cover. Had Smithberger out in front of the net and elected to take a shot. Will take a shot loosely as he was not able to let his stick go as the puck just trickles on Bartholomew.
And you have to think the 4-on-4 with a lot of open ice favors the Buffaloes. They've got the speed and spades to make it work for them. Alexandrov's had a sneaky good game for the Buffaloes so far. He's generated a lot offensively, had that look moments ago, hasn't found the score sheet yet, which is something we said about Levkis after 20 minutes and change, and then he scored.
Stone with a shot. It trickles out. Levkis collects the puck out in the front of the zone. Levkis with Alexandrov, Smithberger, and Stone, the 4 for CU. O'Brien, Cornett.
Great keep by Stone there.
Stone tries to send it on to the net. Puck comes back to him. O'Brien's able to collect and will start skating out to the zone. Sends it over for Cornett. Dumps it down over for Frank. Frank with a backhand. O'Brien's waiting for that. Has to wait for the puck. So wait for reinforcements. Carlton able to keep it in a shot. Glove saved by Lawrence as he hasn't waited for did not hesitate to take that shot as Frank keeps it in for a moment. The puck comes out. And a 2-on-1 developing for CU with Smithberger. CU, Levkis with a shot. Blocker saved by Bartholomew. He scores from the corner. The 3rd attempt for Levkis, and he scores. Bartholomew was out of his neck, had him on the ground, and Levkis from the corner with a shot sends it right over to the left side of the net. It's 4-1 for CU, and just as we mentioned, CU takes that other goal, and CSU is down below with a 3-goal deficit.
Yeah, double trouble. David Levkis finds the back of the net again, drills one off the underside of the bar, gets it over Bartholomew, and to your point, that is not the way that the Rams wanted to start this third period, and now You may have to see a little bit more aggression from CSU when it comes to the offensive zone. You may see them try and break out with more numbers and send more bodies forward on the forecheck.
I think a lot of the players on the ice kind of were didn't know, kind of felt like the play was over and kind of shut down. It caught Bartholomew by surprise. Lefka's really good just to throw the puck on net and was able to beat Bartholomew to make this a 4-1 game. So still matching Miners, 20 seconds left on those, 4-4 still. CU skated in, a good defensive play by Vaughn to block off for Dow. Dow will skate back, collect the puck. DePonio also back there. 2 minutes gone in the third period. CU already cashing in their 4th goal of the night. Batone's able to get past Hansen, cuts it behind net. Neffs with his line mate, Patones. That puck's behind the net. It comes out, send it off to Polisek. Over to his D partner with some space. Takes a slap shot, blocker away by Bartholomew. Down in the corner, some tired CSU Rams.
Yeah,
Schmidt.
to your point, this group has been out here for a while. CU thought they were going to pick up a penalty. That was why Patones just tossed the puck D to D. But play continues.
The atmosphere is kind of ghostly, Brendan. There's some points where there's just silence that's just in the Epic Ice Center. Playing on the blue rink today. A very decent rink.
Well, and I think to your point, I think you almost get the sense that that 4th goal, especially this early in the period, felt very much like a backbreaker for CSU. They just haven't generated what they've wanted offensively. And, I mean, they have spent a lot of the first 3+ minutes of this frame hemmed into their own end.
And Hansen, the puck fluttered up on him. He didn't know where the puck was. So Bartholomew's able to collect it. And as you mentioned, just an early goal for CU and just the opposite of what you needed to come out into this period. And for the 4 minutes into the period, spent mostly in the CSU zone. Not a lot of David Lawrence hasn't seen a shot yet this period.
And I think to your point there, if you're the Rams, it's you've got to hit refresh, reset. You can't do anything about the 4-1 deficit other than climb back into the game. And so like to see them pick up the forecheck a little bit more. They had success with that in the first 2 periods.
And Hansen tries to swat it out, tries to get it over O'Brien, but the puck stays in. Over for Boak, behind the net. Still holding. And he elects to dump it around. Cornette with it behind it. Jumps out in front, a shot that bounces over Bartholomew in the front of the crease. And CU very slowing down the play in their own zone. It's almost like slow motion when the Buffs are in the Ram zone and the CU defenders are having a hard time collecting that puck.
Yeah, and you know, to your point, obviously you get the Zam break, but just the puck hasn't really settled down for either team in this third period. And CU, I think, to your point, they want to be deliberate. That was nearly a giveaway by Street.
A good defensive play on forecheck for Sean. Tried to skate it in 1-on-2. And some pressure here. CSU Carlton able to collect it over the red line and dumps it in. Giving chase is going to be Kunkel. Lawrence played it out. I believe the puck made it all the way, got caught in the boards awkwardly, and doesn't make it all the way around the boards. Fooled my eyes.
And no, you recovered quite nicely on that second effort, though. You were right there with it.
Over for Slaw, brings it back in his corner, but great forechecking over here by CU, keeps it in. Over for Johnson. Johnson with the puck, sends it in the zone, sends a quick shot, sends it over the net, and a slap shot over here off the side of the net. Zanicki thought he had an open net, sent it on wide. And he did have an open net, just wasn't able to get it on target. And a weird bounce off the back, just a wide open chance for Zanicki to make it a 5-1 game.
And that would have been the second goal in this period that kind of came similarly, right? An opportunity almost even with the red line that CU able to bang in past Bartholomew trying to cover the cage.
Long shot here sent wide of the cage. Stone there to pinch in but brought out. Sleds haven't called his name much. Wanting much of an impact Played very well in the 3 games against Metro State, just hasn't been able to activate tonight. Sleds and Dennis White out there with Carlton. CU begins the breakout.
And he's another guy, Denny White, that hasn't really been able to get going tonight. You wonder how much of that. Oh, look out. Great
and
pitch.
A great defensive play. CU to keep that over for Jacob Zier. He had a break and he wanted to start, but a great stick to keep that play from happening.
And that was Falco, used that long reach.
CU all in control early on in this 3rd period, collecting zone, a pass out in front. Polisek will collect in a shot from the looking for the tip, blocked away by Bartholomew. So everything feels like being CSU hemmed in their zone. And a pass out in front, Sleds blocked it away, and Carlton with a good move to keep the ball check. Carlton with O'Brien, skates it in, 2-1, take the shot, floated wide of the net, no problem for Lawrence. And a puck that's sent out, and this will be touched, and so a whistle here.
And I think because it hit one of the Buffaloes on the bench, the faceoff will come back into the offensive zone for CSU. And this has not been an often occurrence here in this 3rd period. And you've got to think for CSU, it's about winning this draw, trying to generate some offensive momentum.
CSU with their heavy hitters out there. O'Brien with Schmidt looking to start something for the Rams. Face off one back, the CU is able to collect, skate it out to the center ice. Over at Patones. Puts it out in a quick shot. Deponio with a snapshot, sent it wide of the net and out of play. He had all of that.
Yeah, I think Bartholomew might have clipped it with his left shoulder on its way out.
So you don't want to take away the performance of Bartholomew, and has played a wonderful game tonight, and a lot of his games so far have been great for the Gold and Green. And the stellar save that he had in the 1st period, my jaw is still dropped from that. O'Brien gets around and sends it to the front of the net. Out in front, 28 there for CSU, tries to bank it in. Cornett sinks it into the corner and sent out in front for 28. And Cornett falls to the ground, so CSU is able to collect. Schmidt with some pressure there. Not able to collect the puck. Neff is easy, and the Cornett's able to collect it on his backhand. But Neffs with a line change, so he's able to bring it back into the corner. Neffs brings it in. Takes it behind with Patones out in front of the net. So CSU clearing attempt denied for CU momentarily. Good defensive play there from Deponio. And a quick hey to Schmidt. 2-on-1. Was looking for the shot, not able to pull the trigger on it. So quick jolt of momentum for CSU, but not able to cash in there. Schmidt, is dying to get his team on the board and get him something back for momentum.
Yeah, there's still a lot of hockey left. Just under 12 minutes to go. You got plenty of time if you're CSU.
And the time is now or never to get that comeback goal for the Rams. Bartholomew plays it out, but CU doing a good job forechecking, keep it in. Deponio stopping his stick. A 2-on-1 pass out in front for Deponio, but he's getting too far in the puck. Hit over here, Frank and Stone collided in the corner, kept it in for CU. Carlton swatted out it, but over here picked up and out in front, and an easy shot for Lawrence to save. Thiel over there with Frank trying to set something up for CSU, but an easy stop for Lawrence.
And I think the design there from Frank and Thiel was just make Lawrence make the stop, get the offensive zone draw. Again, this Rams team does a really good job off of an offensive zone faceoff. When they can get a clean win, they'll move it back to the blue line, try and walk it to the top of the zone and get a clean shot. And I think CSU was late making that change, and so Thiel's going to have to hop back over the boards in place of Tyler Vaughn.
So looking to generate something here for the Rams. Over for Hansen in the corner. Brings it out. Coveney.
That's friendly fire over on the CU bench. As Dow tried to clear the zone, I think he popped his assistant coach on the side of the head.
With a smile on his face. And so the faceoff will come back into the buff zone. White for CSU wins the faceoff momentarily. CSU is able to take the puck out. Clearing attempt over to the board. Vaughn rather, over there, jumps down into the corner.
He's smiling, Sean, because it was a backhand flutter, not a snapshot blisterer.
Oh, and a big hit over by CSU's bench. And a shot over on the other end. Bartholomew's down, but the net came. So colliding into Bartholomew. One big hit at one end, and then a collision in the net on the other. Bartholomew seems to be all right. On the ground, the second shot did not go in. And Corey DePonio falling into Bartholomew. Everybody seems to be all right.
And nobody any worse for wear here.
4-1 game. CU leads the Rams 10:41 in the third period. The face-off outside over by CSU's bench. And CU collects. And Johnson tried to tip it in. No tip there and icing, so the face-off will come back to CU's zone. And what's been impressive for me, Brendan, is the forechecking tonight by the Buffalo in the CSU zone, just being able to, wherever there is a bounce for a puck, there's always 2 or 3 CU players there just waiting for that puck, and it becomes a nightmare for the Rams trying to clear it out when wherever you look, there's a quick 2-on-1 breaking away out in front and a shot that's sent wide, and a chance there.
And right to your point, Sean, I mean, that play developed in 2-3 seconds tops. It was CSU sent numbers forward, CU sprung it out, got a 2-on-1, and Dranch just unable to poke the puck past Bartholomew on goal.
We see it a lot so far in the season for CSU, just the defense zone troubles that they've been facing and just not being able to tape passes, clearing out, having a clean break, and then when a team gets set up in their zone, you might as well just build a fort and light the candles and get everything going on, because that team it is hard for CSU to get out of their zone once a team has that cycle set up for them.
And to your point, that's where it becomes so pivotal to clear the puck at the first time of asking. I mean, here, a good spin and turn, but I'd personally like to see that chip off the glass into the neutral zone. CSU does a really good job creating turnovers in the neutral zone and trying to shift them forward. I don't know that they've been able, especially tonight in the third period, to do it consistently enough.
Alexandrov's trying to send a pass up in the front of net. Lekthus with a Forsberg move and gives it past Bartholomew. His hat-trick goal of the night, his third goal. It's 5-1 CU. Have a night, young man.
Ew, ew, ew. That is my analysis. That was a Forsberg at its finest from Levkis. Has the long reach, got Bartholomew sliding one way, goes back with one hand, drops the puck into the back of the net.
And that is a nasty display of mitts there from Levkis as undressing Bartholomew, and just a great, we talked about him earlier, and when the game was going on, his presence was there, and you were just waiting and waiting, and in the second period, just an explosion of goals. And I apologize, I believe.
Yeah, Smithberger picked up an unsportsmanlike conduct minor. I have to imagine there was something in the celebration that was maybe not PG rated. So CSU will go back to the power play.
So third power play of the night for CSU. A 5-1 game for CU, and a great goal scoring night for Levkis. His third goal, and just a way to top it off with that move in the corner.
And this is where, if you're the Rams, right, you're looking and going, how can we get this set up on the power play, get a quick goal? And again, you're looking and saying, how do we generate momentum? You're playing 4 games in 4 days next weekend.
And Still 8 minutes left in this game, and anything can happen, and nothing more could get that started with the power play goal here. Cornett with a shot blocked, didn't make it through. And CU clears it down, clear out some time. Neffs will be the first. Bartholomew swinging around. And good forechecking there. Neffs was making it in the corner, and Petonez and Neffs, a penalty-killing duo, and CU doing well to keep the puck away from CSU right now. A minute killed on this power play, and you almost feel like CSU isn't on the power play at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Neffs and Petonez, to your point, they're smart, upperclassmen penalty killers. And, I mean, Neffs just by himself using the backhand burned another 20 seconds on the PK, and the Rams really struggling to get across the line.
Another rush here for CU. Stone on the puck out in front. Taponio collects it. And CU having a hard time collecting it. So Stone takes it back, killing as much time as they can on this power play. Schmidt with some pressure.
In a little wrinkle here at Epic, there's only one scoreboard. So you saw Dow there, took a quick peek behind him because the scoreboard, the only one in the building, is in the Buffs defensive zone. Good hit.
Taponio gets dropped there by his man. CSU able to get down. Dennis White brings it into the CU zone, tries to dump it off over there for Feel, but the puck comes out, and Vaughn will have to send it over to Frank. Frank with it. Gets it past one man. No lone goal scorer for CSU tonight. Going back in the first period on the power play, and good job from the CU penalty killers killing that. Had most of the possession for it, and now CSU is able to skate into Sininsky. Into the zone. A quick shot here, saved by Bartholomew. Collected here by CSU. Over for White. Dropped it down. Was looking for Vaughn, or Field rather. Pass a little bit too far. And Field gets knocked down, but able to collect his puck over to Carlton. And the puck stripped away from him.
It's a great play by Dave Thiel. He went down to take the hip check. He knew he might wear the worst side of that hit, but it made sure Sinicki didn't get a free opportunity down the left wing.
So CSU only 1 for 4 on the power play tonight. The CU penalty is doing a good job. Quick shot blockered away by Bartholomew. The CU sets it up in their own zone. Street in the corner. Loses the puck momentarily. Frank over there battling. 4-car pile up. A couple of Buffs, couple of Rams. And
yeah,
Carlton on his man puts it inside. The puck finally comes out. And I believe CU contempt to slow down that clock and get that bus ready to go. Not rushing anything and not trying to hurt. As you mentioned, 4 games coming up next week for the BMC Classic. And as you mentioned, where do the teams go? You have 4 games in 4 days. And where can you start to generate that momentum and find a spark within you guys to start on Friday and come out swinging after this?
Yeah, and, you know, once again, credit to the conference as a whole. They've put together another very, very competitive field. Skenin tried to go short side.
CU doing a good job. Keeps it in. And a backhander saved by Bartholomew as he gets fall to the ground. And that was Buke.
Yeah, so CSU will take on the University of Texas. They'll take on Dakota College at Bottineau. Boise State will be here as well. And then they'll finish off against the University of Cincinnati. So a nice, varied slate for the Rams. They'll take on 2 teams, or rather 1 team in Cincinnati from the Central Region. One of 3 Central Region teams that were invited out here by Conference Commissioner Charlie Marchese. And then for Colorado, they're trying to put the clamps down on their bid to regionals. They'll take on Michigan State, Sault College, University of Cincinnati, and a very, very, very good Loyola Marymount team on Monday. That'll be a fun game.
And we look forward to bringing you those games here on Price Production. We'll have CSU games as well as Metro State. CU will be battling in those 4 games as well to put their mark on this classic. So, partner, for CSU, not a good. The scoreboard doesn't tell the story, I believe, of how the game has gone. A very competitive first and second period, and a few mistakes is what separates the two teams, and then just honestly a great goal-scoring effort by Levkis and the 3 goals. So building off of this, there's some positives you take from this.
Oh, absolutely. To your point, let it not be forgotten, Sean, that this CU team, no slouches. Again, they're first in the conference. They're in the top 10 in the Western region. And here goes Aiden Schmidt.
Aiden Schmidt one-on-one with a quick shot, and Lawrence got it trickled into the side. So Schmidt doing anything to get a goal. Schmidt out in front, was looking to shoot, but he lost the puck. And a stretch pass for Smithberger. No icing here. It was tipped. He was going to win the foot race. But Carlton skates it out with Schmidt on his right. Has sleds behind him. And Carlton has not been shy about shooting the puck as soon as he can. Trying to get as many pucks on net when he gets into the zone.
Good work by Denny White. Holds the zone twice. Lets sleds go to work on the forecheck. And to your point about some of the positives here again, I like what Doug Sheridan has done with the game plan tonight. I think it's just a matter of they just weren't able to put pucks in the back of the net. They had some good looks. They just didn't go their way.
Neff sends it on goal. Levkis brought it in. The 3-goal scorer tonight. And O'Brien skates the puck momentarily. Sleds get sandwiched in between. O'Brien with Cornett. And a shot gloved by Lawrence. Hasn't seen much tonight, but it's been big when needed.
I like that play from O'Brien there. Slowed it down, a little drag on the forehand. Wanted the screen, got it, but Lawrence hung with it and made the nice glove save.
To your point, a year ago, the CSU team knocking off teams like DU and Metro State in the conference final, losing a lot of key pieces from this season, from last season to this season, and just trying to find the pieces to fill those holes. And what has been not the best season for the green and gold, there's things to build off, and you're finding that identity, and you're finding those pieces. And in moments in this game, Caleb Bartholomew, what a stellar performance he's had all season and in the games that we've seen.
Yeah, and to your point, it's really, about trying to find the pieces to the puzzle. And we talk about, you see it all the time. Sometimes programs and teams, they have to go through rebuilding years. Again, this was a very upperclassman-heavy CSU side last year, and they're just trying to figure out, hey, what's next for us and who do we have? And, I mean, if you're building from the back and you've got Caleb Bartholomew, it's not a bad place to start.
And Bartholomew there is able to sprawl out again for his save. He's seen a lot of shots and he's come up big for a lot. 1:37 left in the third period. 5-1 CU, a hat trick tonight from David Levkis. And a penalty shot as well. Garrett Coveney in the second period on a tripping penalty that happened in front of the net. Made this a 2-1 game. CU looking ahead. Bartholomew with another save out in front. It's set wide the net with the backhand. A shot out in front. Slap shot from the point off the crossbar out of the play. And
man, Sinicki made loading that thing up look awful easy from the top of the zone.
And had the post label, beat Bartholomew. Bounces off the post. So another face-off. For the third period, a lot of it been dominated by CU in their zone. And just not capitalizing on the chances for CU. A few chances that they've had. And a great bounce play off the back of the net. A little Sidney Crosby move to collect the puck again over there by Hansen. Out in front. Swatted away. Goes out into the corner. Street swatted in. Kept it out. Hansen bumped into the boards. And Knapp will take it in the corner. A minute left in the third period. CU's looking on winning all 4 games in the series. Again, we have some more CSU Ram hockey action next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. On Price Productions, we look forward to bringing all those games to you. And one final slap shot for Bartholomew, saved it under the corner. 20 seconds left in the third period. And in the corner, overskated, skated out, but Dow with a good play, keeping it in. Sinitsky, backhand right into Hansen. And Sinitsky with some good dangle. Stone keeps it in. 10 seconds left. And a point shot blocked over there. Hansen again. And CSU's able in. Ada Schmidt, maybe one last attempt for a shot. And a great glove save for Lawrence as the game comes to an end. 5-1 CSU over the CSU Rams, winning the season series, all 4 games for the Buffaloes. Dylan Lawrence with an outstanding performance tonight. And on the other hand, Caleb Bartholomew, our hats we tip off to you for a great game as well. The scoreboard doesn't show it, but the people who watch it saw it. And that man keeping the Buffs in, the Rams in.
And I think on the other side, right, Levkis with the hat trick. Lawrence shuts down the Ram offense. And you know, down the stretch, this is a big win for CU, right? They're 8th in the rankings right now in the ACHA West region. That puts them towards the north side of qualifying for regionals. But these are the kinds of games that if you're the Buffaloes, you can't let slip away. They fell behind 1-0 early, 5 unanswered, 3 in the second period. And they're going to keep their season marching along into the BMHC Classic next weekend.
And the best tradition in all sports, hockey handshakes. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter how big of the moment or what's the occasion. It's just a part of the sport, and we love to see it.
Now, these guys, you know, go to these 2 schools. Plenty of them played high school and youth hockey together. They're separated by about an hour as the crow flies. So a lot of mutual respect between a lot of these guys in these 2 programs. And a hard-fought 60 minutes tonight for both. CU walks out the victors.
We appreciate you so much for joining us tonight. 5-1 your final score here at Epic Eye Center in Fort Collins. Sean Rosenberger, Brendan Price, and Dylan on camera. We appreciate you so much for joining us. Signing off.